Hey everyone, welcome to this video where we're going to be discussing court-annexed alternative dispute resolution programs, which I just realized is a lot to say. So we're going to explore the concept of court-annexed ADR, some of its characteristics, and I'm going to provide a few examples to kind of illustrate its practical application. So let's get started. Now, court-annexed ADR refers to an integration of ADR processes that we discussed in our last video within an actual court context. It offers parties involved in a legal dispute an opportunity to explore alternative avenues for resolution before getting to litigation, but it can also be done during the litigation process. So let's talk about some of the different features of court-annexed ADR. First and foremost, court-annexed ADR programs are typically voluntary. The parties have a choice to participate in ADR, or they can proceed directly to litigation. But by making participation voluntary, the court allows parties to actively engage in the resolution process and maintain an element of control over the dispute before going to litigation, where they render control, right? It goes to an actual jury at that point. Now, the court plays an active role in court-annexed ADR. Judges may actually encourage parties to consider ADR. They may provide information about the available options and even refer cases to ADR programs. Their involvement ensures that the parties are aware of the benefits of ADR and have access to qualified mediators or arbitrators, because ultimately the court sees a lot of cases, and so it's in their interest to try and remove as many cases as possible from their docket, especially those that could be handled quickly and more efficiently through some sort of ADR program. Court-annexed ADR is integrated with court proceedings. It can be initiated at various stages of litigation, such as pre-litigation, early stages of a case, or even while a case is pending. For example, parties may engage in mediation or participate in settlement conferences to explore some potential resolutions. Now, these ADR sessions can take place at the courthouse or at designated ADR facilities. Confidentiality is a crucial aspect of court-annexed ADR programs. When going through this process, parties are protected by rules or agreements that ensure confidentiality of discussions, negotiations, as well as settlement offers made during the ADR process. This is helpful because it helps foster open and honest communication, creates a safe environment for parties to explore resolution options without those being used later on during the litigation process. Now, while court-annexed ADR provides a forum for resolution outside of traditional litigation, the court retains jurisdiction over the actual case. So if the ADR process does not result in a resolution, the case can proceed to trial or continue through the court system. What this does is it helps ensure that the parties have access to a formal resolution process should it be needed if the ADR talks fail. And now that you understand a little bit about court-annexed ADR and some of the features as well as some of the benefits, we're going to take a look at some examples of court-annexed ADR programs to help illustrate their practical application. One example is what's known as a settlement conference, where parties and their attorneys meet with a judge or a neutral third party to discuss potential resolutions. Now, in this case, the mediator or settlement officer facilitates discussions, helps identify common ground, and encourages negotiation, so keeping the parties talking in the hopes that they would come to some sort of mutually satisfying resolution. Another example is court-annexed mediation, where a trained mediator assists the parties in reaching a mutually beneficial resolution. Now, the mediator acts as a neutral facilitator, kind of guiding discussions, promoting understanding, and assisting parties in exploring some different options for settlement. Another example is early neutral evaluation. Now, in this process, parties actually present their case to a neutral evaluator, who then provides an objective assessment of the strengths and weaknesses of their different positions. Now, this evaluation is actually really helpful because it helps the parties understand the potential outcomes of their disputes and encourages settlement discussions. As we finish up this video, in summary, court-annexed ADR programs offer parties involved in legal disputes an opportunity to explore some alternative avenues for resolution. These programs are voluntary, involve judicial involvement, are integrated with court proceedings, help ensure confidentiality, and ultimately retain court oversight, with their goal, of course, promoting efficient and cost-effective dispute resolution while providing parties with greater control over the outcomes surrounding their cases. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed this discussion of court-annexed ADR.